So it's Sunday afternoon. Todd's hanging out with us.
For a little while. Yeah.
For a little bit. You're waiting for traffic.
Yeah, well, I'm probably just going to go through Forest Grove and take the scenic way back. It was much more relaxing.
Yeah.
Not quite the rat race of I-5.
Yeah, there you go. Today on NASCAR.
You're like, I'm gonna get this wheel off in 5 seconds!
Like, literally.
Yep. And, oh my god! What the fuck?
Just roll it this way. Look at that! It's just
Wow.
Yeah, that's...
God.
I think
oh my god.
we got a combination of road rash and tread separation because these tires are shitty. And I think there's like a braze right... Yeah, this is fucking bad. Look, oh, right to the belt there.
Yeah. He's gone.
Look at this one right here. You're past... You skidded a long ways on that one.
I fucking did, at least 10 feet.
Jesus Christ. And that was just... That really...
And I maneuvered it just right by skidding. I'm like, yes!
Alright, well that one I'll go put in the truck.
And now we're gonna have to find out how fucked off is the control arm really.
Yeah, guys, he had his shock absorber freaking came undone, and the nuts are gone.
These nuts.
These
No,
nuts.
Oh no! This is what I thought happened. The stud snapped in half. The stud's literally there.
Oh, it's there.
It's on that side. It's there. It can just snap the fuck right off like it was nothing. Yeah.
Well, what the hell?
The other one's completely gone, and the nut's like not even.
Could have bought a Mercury.
You know what, Todd? I'm gonna.
You're a ham, Jim. He's a ham. He knows his camera's on.
What language is that? Bugs Bunny language?
Yeah.
Come down! So the thing about these springs is we ordered these way before any of these shenanigans happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fix it. It's not a problem. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put nuts on the other side, fucking drive them home.
And then we get it out in there, and then you find out that the bushings are crumbly bits, and you're like, well, shit. Like, well, let me get on Summit Racing and order that poly kit.
Yeah, these stop. These
Just don't get their penis pumped.
Yeah. No more electric vacuum pumps for this guy. Or for all three of us, for that matter.
Never ever again. That thing was like, we should have known right out of the box when it didn't work. We're just like, what the fuck?
But yours didn't work out of the box?
No,
It worked, but it would not shut off.
it needed a new sensor right out of the bat.
And then after a while, it was actually just pumping air into the thing and not making vacuum. And I put a vacuum kit in, it still wouldn't pull vacuum like piece of shit. What
And then we rebuilt it, I think.
yeah, and it still wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't shut off.
Yeah, and then the bearings on mine just blew out.
Spun and...
Yeah, got dry and spun a bearing. Jimmy, I bought his used on eBay for like half price.
And
And it's still
It's great. I have not had a problem with mine.
like so
Now that I say that.
cross your fucking fingers.
I go, well, I guess I'm driving the Explorer.
You better start driving.
transfer the license plates over.
And like, and here is Adam in his natural habitat.
Swearing like a sailor. God damn it!
Are you sure you don't want to undo the bottom one? Or do you just want to take the whole knuckle out? You don't actually want to remove the whole control arm.
No, I'm just gonna undo it here and let it fall.
You just want to get the knuckle out of there. And just before you go any further, put that jack under that wheel, because if you you know what, just do it.
Bitch. Bam!
I'm just gonna, I'll be right here.
Just send it.
We can get another bolt.
It's not gonna fucking bolt it.
It's got a point on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're gonna fuck up the threads if you don't put a nut on there.
And then you go to thread it and it doesn't thread because the threads are messed up.
That's what I tried saying, but hey, no one listens to Todd. Don't you guys got a punch in the toolbox or something?
I think it's in the toolbox.
Or it's in the other toolbox.
I mean, I'm not an engineer, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
So,
We had a boo-boo.
bit of problem here. Yeah, almost killed the brake hose on that. My fault, but it's fine. Got the caliper off, put that up. Can actually just undo this. This came out like it was out yesterday.
Like a hot dog in the hall.
Yeah. The shock.
Seen better days.
Yeah.
Did
It
you guys
works.
Buy that shock?
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new.
It was brand new.
Yeah, the control arm is threaded. There's no nuts there.
Yeah, it wallowed it right out. Look at the one. It's
Oh yeah.
completely stripped right out. It pulled the threads out.
Like what the fuck? And then the head of that one's broke out.
Yeah, so I got to pull that one out. That'll be good.
Oh, we're getting vice grips on that one. It's like stuck. And watch out for those lines there, Adam.
What lines?
You're up against some lines. You need to come towards you a little bit.
What? What lines?
There's transmission lines. You're right on them.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Come back a little bit. Come back.
Ball 2.
There you go. No, you went back too far. Okay, now pump it up. There you go. There you go.
It's waiting, mate!
You're up against the line again. No, I'm kidding. I think we're about an inch longer on the new spring.
Oh, giggity.
Oh, well.
She'll feel it.
Oh yeah. We're just gonna cram that in there, aren't we now?
A stud.
Oh, did you get it?
Of course I did.
Hey,
Yeah.
get that little piece out of there. I'm gonna see if it matches those bolts I found. I think there's a rubber pad up in there. Just make sure that's...
Yeah, I think the flat side goes down.
No, the flat side...
No, the flat side goes down.
No, this side goes out, because that's how we pulled that one out.
I think you have it backwards.
That's how it came out of it.
Alright, well, I'm the one that caught the brake line when no one else thought it was.
I know, I'm looking at it, but it...
And I was the one who was right, saying you're going to gouge the threads.
Well, here, we'll find
when you
out
were
right
beating
now.
on the screw. Nobody listens to Todd.
You know what, Todd? Quit your moping. Which way did you get it out of there, Jim?
You gotta stick it in first and then pop it in.
No, I meant which way? This flat end was up, wasn't it?
No, the flat end goes down.
One of us is wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. No, I don't think it's gonna... No.
No, flat end goes up. I'm just fucking...
God damn it, Todd. You fucking cocksucker.
Wait.
I'm like, no, I know that flat side came out of it up.
Ka-sploing! Ka-sploing!
I have enough suspension issues, so like, yeah, okay, that's good.
And then you're gonna
Are
probably
you
have to...
sure you got it right now?
You're gonna have... And then we get a ratchet strap just to pull it up in
I
there.
think we're gonna have to, actually.
And then this is now on the way all of a sudden. So... I'm gonna try and loop it in there.
But it's gonna need this insulator. It's gonna sound like shit all the time, right? Jimmy?
Hang on. But I gotta tell you guys, these springs better be good, cause man, she's a fight. Okay, keep going. Wait, stop. This goes very slow.
How many feet? I'm gonna get this up before it falls.
You got like a foot to go, dude. We're almost home free. And we were coming off the jack.
Are we
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. I didn't say stop. That's what she said. Keep going, keep going. Okay, hang on, stop. I need my tappy tap tap device here. Okay, we're home free.
Oh shit, where's the nut?
You had it.
You're not just taking the nut to take the nut, are you, Jim? You're like, yes. You're not gonna just let it go to let it go, are you?
Was this the socket you just took it out?
It's an 18, yeah.
Where's the socket? Ow! I got pinched again! Fuck!
Are you alright?
God, I'm getting beat up today.
That's never mind. Well, it's sober use too, but we're gonna.
She's tight. You know that gouge in the threads just means natural Loctite. Okay, guys, so we've got that all together. Well, mostly together. He's gonna do another comparison. I already showed him the comparison, but they're an inch longer, the new ones. So we had to use 2 ratchet straps to, first you gotta get it at an angle so you can get it into the upper bucket and then get it into the control arm. And then you gotta use 2 to compress the other side, that way you can turn it and get it all into the seats and everything. So, we have no shock on this side.
Have a sticker on them.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an extra coil in the new springs, by the way. So on this side, I did a bounce test, and we get about 2 bounces without the shock, and then on the side that still has the factory spring, but with the shock, it's 2.5 bounces. So this is without a shock, and it feels stiffer.
It's just like, no, stop that.
Okay, so it was like about 2 bounces, and then that was 2.5 bounces, 2.5 to 3 bounces on that side. So that's really bad.
I hate driving this thing sometimes, like, cause it's like that. But I know it could be so much better. But
DeWalt.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, I could not drive this thing anywhere.
Oh, and never mind that.
oh shit!
What is that?
Fuck, it's a big old hole in it.
I was hoping to get doing this dancing thing while we're just listening to the song.
That's so long ago.
Yeah, I was only a year old.
I think on my nose, damn it.
Well, it is a smoky day here in Vernonia. All those wildland fires and stuff have really been blowing some smoke our way. The Lincoln has been having some major problems. Never mind this, we were just drunk last night and seeing how this would fit or how it would look. We ordered new front springs, new Moog springs, and we got those in. That was a fight, but now I know how to put them in. So I just gotta finish assembling all this and splice this back together. But yeah, so got a new spring there. We still have to do this side, but I don't feel like doing it right now, and yeah, it's just whatever. Here's the other spring. And these have seem like they have a higher spring rate than the other ones. And here's the old one. We got the back ones right here. Here's the old ones, old front ones. Just yeah, doesn't ride right. But then his front tires that were on here, or where the tread was separating from the tire itself. And Adam was wanting to just get 2 front tires, and I about had a heart attack when he told me that, so I'm like, nope, that's not happening. This is a spare. If we had a little bit more of a budget, we would have gotten something like this, because that's rated for see, does it have the winter symbol on it? It says mud and snow, apparently. It's an old tire, it's original to the car, but kind of looks nice. Actually has tread on it. And I wanted him to have 4 brand new tires, so we got Century, or Century Touring. No white walls. He doesn't want the white wall. I think it's like whatever. Who cares? But yeah. So this was just under 300 bucks for 4 new tires. Nice and soft and sticky, and actually have tread. So yeah. Start getting these mounted up. And then, in that last video, last night we showed you the other shock he had. Kind of fucked off there a little bit. So I think what I'm going to try and do is actually we're going to find a set of nuts and we're going to try and get them in there somehow. Probably get them in like this, like hold it like that, and then we'll just thread it down. It's just threaded into the control arm. There's no actual nut there. And it's basically this bolt here. I'm going to try and find a set of nuts for it. Yeah, so I need to find a couple nut. I've got another bolt just like it. Got a pair. Just need some nuts for it. And then we can put that shock in there. And then do the other spring. And she should be good to go. Fresh rubber. Fresh springs. It's got new springs front and back now. Well, except for that one corner I gotta finish up. But it's rode a lot better with the new rear springs. The back end stopped dancing. It was just, I don't know what's going on with the springs, but they just, you know, you got a good shock in there, and the springs are still, something happens to them and then they get all messed up. And so I thought maybe, hey, what if it's like some kind of grain structure inside the metal is fatigued, and so now that's just constantly just dickered. So anyways, I'm gonna wash these up, get them cleaned up and looking decent. Probably give his car a bath, and then I gotta go pick him up. So this is gonna look dumb, but I found a couple of nuts that fit these bolts. So you know what? Let's send it. So one of those bolts still threaded into the crossmember, but it's really tight. Not crossmember, control arm, excuse me. Then I was able to drop a nut down in there and get it to bite. And since it did that, tapped it with a screwdriver, locked it in, and this other side was wallered out. Must have come loose or something. So I dropped that bolt down through. Don't ask me why I changed it up, but I did. A little bit of a screw sticking out of there, but it'll be fine. And then we got a nut holding that. And then another one right there. Jesus Christ. And they say 4 BTs are allowed. Alright, tubes. Let's do the balance test. So we have new shock and spring on this side. And then we go to the other side, it'll be same shock, brand new, same, they're both matching, but it has the factory spring. Let's try the other side. Same thing. But you see how sporadic it was? Had a lot of energy in it. I'm gonna count it. 1, 2, 2.5. It's like 1.5 on this side. It's like 1 whole bounce less. Yeah, it's like a bounce and a half. And then this side just keeps going. So yeah, I think just the spring made a huge difference. Alright, we're gonna drive the Lincoln here. I let Adam drive my truck, so I'm gonna drive his hoop-a-joop here. Okay, it's an automatic, so what do I do? Oh, brake pedal. I haven't driven an automatic in a while, so I'm just like, what do I do? It's got half a tank. So should be good. His club thing is driving me nuts. It's like all over the place. It's like stuck in the seat, and I'm just like, no. His steering is really flipped out here. Super sensitive. Probably because the steering is on high. That's better. This thing has adjustable steering on it. The steering's all the way to the right. Not all the way, a little bit to the right. I'm going 25 and don't even know it. It's not as boaty. I can just tell on this side it's got a little bit of a wiggle-womp to it, and then this side is just, it's not as bad. It doesn't have a front anti-roll bar because all the links broke off. I bought new links for it, but evidently the ends that go into the bar are too big, and so it has to be bored out. So she's not in a crosswalk anymore. It's like riding on a cloud. It's not as bad. I was gonna let Adam drive, but I forgot. So I'm actually having fun driving this. I like it.
She's not a pain in the ass now. She got new fucking springs in there.
Yeah.
It's like I just got it.
Yeah, picked him up from work in his own car. Yeah?
Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah, not bad for 3 Moog springs.
Just right now, it'd be like, man.
You're like, why? Why is it doing this?
Like the whole way home, it's just bounce. So I guess I'll fucking put the spring in, and then I'm gonna send that regulator home, and she'll be back to the super.
Should be good to go. That guy is kind of walking around all sketchy. I was like, what's he doing? I think he's talking to somebody now that I see what he has in his hands. I thought he had a meth pipe or something.